Ministry of ICT and the Digital Economy. Now we are glad to here to celebrate and to tell our story. Now I'm going to call upon the CDC's Community Digital Champions. We also have the trainers. We also have the beneficiaries from the community. Now give a brief overview of how it was done. We had the national trainers. Now the national trainers trained the master trainers. The master trainers trained the community digital champions. So we had 12 national trainers, 60 master trainers. Then we have trained 10,700 community digital champions, both in Busia and Mandera. And from the 10,700 community digital champions, we have covered 600,000 community beneficiaries. That is the citizens from all walks of life. Inclusivity also included the 600,000. Now, to bring you to the discussions, I'll call upon the master trainer, Jacinta, on stage to help with the discussion. Jacinta was our master trainer. She's from the Machakos County. Now with the national and the master trainers, we catered from we got from all counties. Then next we have Nasra Ahmed. Nasra Ahmed is one of the community digital champions from Busia County. Nasra, please. Then we have Ivy Alungat, also a community digital champion from Busia County. Now after the community digital champions were trained, they trained people from the community. Now we have persons with disability. We have Grace Ojiambo, who is bride. Grace Ojiambo, join us. Now Grace Ojiambo is a community member from Busia. Then we also have another person with disability. I'm told we need to rearrange. Oh, it's fine. Let Grace sit on the first. Thank you. Thank you for that guidance. Then we have Asha, Adan, from Mandera County, a community member who was trained. A person living with disability, deaf. Then we have Ri, also a person with disability. Ri can sit next to Grace. Thank you for that assistance. Now the composition, it tells you that nobody is left out. We have all included everyone, and we'll take you through their story. We are here to tell a transformative story in regards to the digital literacy. They have been trained on basic digital skills and foundation skills. Thank you. Now give them a chance. It's too loud. I'll give them a chance to introduce themselves, and you're going to start off with Grace Ojiambo. Tell us a little bit about yourself. So tell us about yourself, where you come from, and what exactly have you done in terms of the trainings?
I'm Grace Ojiambo from Busia County, Samia Sub-County. I'm a teacher by profession, and I am a trainee of UK Digital through Kenya Society for the Blind, facilitated by Kiktanet. And through the organization, me as a person with disability, a visually impaired teacher, first and foremost, during the training, we were taken through many things. First, we were introduced on the ICT, the meaning of ICT, and also we were taught different types of computers and the functions of computers. We were also taught about the cyber crimes, and we were also taught about how we can be secure as persons with visual impairment. And also through the training, we were taught about navigating through the computer system. And through the computer, there are many things that we learned. We also learned about social media platforms, where we were taught about the YouTube, the TikToks, the Facebook, the WhatsApp, and how we can go about them. I would like to pass my sincere gratitudes for the organization through Kenya Society for the Blind, because they are the people who gave us the training. I would like to thank them because through the training, I've learned a lot, and me as a teacher, it has also helped me a lot in going through my daily tasks in the school. Because right now, I can go through the TPAD with just few assistants. So long as the TPAD is opened, I can go through it. And also, through the training, right now, I am secure by using the software device. That is what we call the talkback. Through it, I'm able to facilitate my tasks without being assisted. And also, I'm secure because even the pin of M-Pesa, right now, I cannot shout it to anybody, or I cannot tell anybody to assist me go through it. And there are many challenges that we went through during the training.
Maybe, Grace, I may cut you short. We will come to the challenges. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Now, as a teacher, Grace being a teacher, she has even given a story. Now, as we do the introduction, let's just say the name and the county where you come from.
Okay.
So let's not spud more. So we are going to have the next three tell us the name and where you come from. Thank you.
My name is Lee Marakis. I'm from Busia County. I'm deaf. Yeah.
Thank you, Lee. Now you're going to have the third person, Asha.
Good morning. My name is Asha Kassim. And I have a sign name because in the deaf community, we are given sign names. So this is my sign name. Yeah, and I'm from Mandera County.
Thank you, Asha. Then you're going to have Ivy Arunga.
All the protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ivy Alungat. I'm a community digital champion from Busia County, Tesonot Sub-County.
Thank you, Ivy. We have Nasra.
Protocols on board, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Nasra Ahmed Jillow. I'm a CDC Community Digital Champion from Mandera County.
Thank you, Nasra. Over to you, Jacinta.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Jacinta Wanza. Entrepreneur by birth, trained on entrepreneurship and innovation management. Currently, a research student, Matters Entrepreneurship, and very happy to be here for these discussions. A master trainer for the project.
Thank you, thank you. Now that's the team that is going to give us their journey. Now we'll start off with Jacinta, who is going to tell us now that she was trained as a master trainer by the national trainer. Now, how was the journey? Now, could you walk us through the journey of training? What initially inspired you to join the program and also apply for the program? What are the key highlights of the training and what you trained about? Very briefly. 2 minutes, thank you.
Great, thanks. So, like I mentioned, I'm very passionate on entrepreneurship, and I feel like I was born an entrepreneur. And again, that is what pushed me to even apply for the position of a master trainer. Like I mentioned again, I'm trained, actually my second degree is on entrepreneurship and innovation management, currently taking my third degree on entrepreneurship still. So I have entrepreneurship at heart, and every chance I get to help an entrepreneur or, a budding youth to succeed in the, in the industry, then it's a chance I live to get. So we started with the national trainers who trained us through the internet curriculum. It was, I'd say, pretty straightforward, especially taking it downstream. So we did some training for a few days, and then on your strength, you take a curriculum, or rather a module that best suited your strengths, and then that is what you'd train on going downstream. So really that was the journey from the national training. So I specialized on basic online training, where we looked at etiquette in the internet space. We looked at communication. We looked at the use of emails. We looked at the available job opportunities in Kenya, and that is the online job opportunities. We looked at remote work. Yeah, it was a bit of a touch of everything, but pretty relevant or very practical, very practicable to the society we're living in and in the digital era.
Thank you, Jacinta. Now, Jacinta was part of the team of the master trainers. Now we end the national trainers, 12 of them. Now we end the 12 modules. So each of the national trainers specialized in each of the modules, their capabilities, their strength, and also their professional capabilities. Then they trained the master trainers. Then the master trainers now trained the CDCs, the Community Digital Champions. Now I want to give a chance to the Community Digital Champions that were trained to give us their journey, and I'll start off with Nasra. Nasra is a CDC from Mandera. Kindly give us a brief of your journey, through the journey. Then what really inspired you to apply for the CDC? What did you learn? What are the key achievements under the UK DAB project? Over to you, Nasra.
First and foremost, what inspired me to be a CDC was to learn the digital skills, because now the world is becoming technology and digital, all about digital and technology. So for me to learn what digital and these technologies are all about is what inspired me to be a CDC and to take part in that training. After I got the opportunity, first of all, I've seen what they have advertised in their Facebook page, the Kiktanet, this CDC. I applied, then they have taken me to take part in the training. Then after the training, after we participated in the training, the 12 modules, we completed the 12 modules. After that, we got a certificate. We took exam, then I got a certificate. After the certificate, the GenCard, the one that is partnered with the Kiktanet in Mandera, GenCard, has given me the opportunity to take back what I learned or what I've been trained to my community, my Mandera community. Then I went back and trained my community.
Thank you, Nasra. Now that's our story. Now the story is she applied, she got the chance, she got trained, she undertook the assessment, she got the certification, and she went back to the community to give back to the community and train the communities. Nasra, how many people did you train in the community?
I trained 100 people. Most of them were women, because in society, like Mandera, most of the women, like above from 50 to 90 ages, they have no knowledge. They have not went to school. They don't know how to use their mobile phones. Even the leave of the digital, they even don't know how to make a call. They will call someone else to ask them to call someone. Or when they want to withdraw M-Pesa, they don't know how to use. They will go to the M-Pesa person, ask them to withdraw their money while they're telling their PIN. So that was not safe for them. Then for this opportunity that I got, I have helped them trained with that. Now, almost all of them, 70%, all of them now they are okay. They can call anyone they want from their phone, and that is an impact, a very good impact. They can call whoever they want. They can withdraw their money, send their money to whoever they want without sharing their PIN to anyone. The other one was the business people. Business people, you know, in this era that we are in, it's all about digital. People use digital skills to solve their businesses. So they were having a lot of problems. People who uses social medias people who uses the social media to sell their products were benefiting more than those who don't know how to use. So I trained them on how to use that so that they will be equal to those who are aware or who are already using the digital marketing or the social media platform on selling their products or their goods and whatever.
Thank you, Nasra. Now it was a chance that the audience got to grab, because we have seen that the beneficiaries, after the training, they're able to access the government services, also for personal growth and also for entrepreneurship. That's a great impact back in Mandera. You missed another clap.
And let me also add this one that I forgot. The government services, like e-citizen, most of the people now they can go to their phones, apply their children's birth certificate from e-citizen without no problem. They can people want to have passports without them going anywhere. Now They can apply their passports through e-citizen and everything else. So now, without even those who lost their ID cards, they don't want to go to what is it called? Not cyber, Huduma Center. They don't want to go Huduma Center because e-citizen has bring everything closer. They can now go to e-citizen, apply their lost ID card, and got that way without not going in office. Because I think when we reach 2030, no one will need to go to the office. Because everything, you will just go to your mobile phone, apply everything, do everything on your mobile phone. Even there's no need of computers because these computers even will disappear because now their places, the phones are taking part in their places, as we have seen. Now already we have thrown TVs. Most of homes now there's no TVs because everything that you wanted to watch in the TV is already in the phone. You're watching it in your phone. So now even computers, they will disappear soon. Let me not say even 2030 soon, even the computers will disappear because they are very expensive and phones are very cheap. Everyone can buy.
Thank you, Nasra. Thank you. Now she's very passionate about the impact, the changes that has gotten into the community. Now I'll also welcome Ivy from Busia to give us the journey and briefly to also tell us what is it that she runs and maybe the key impact in the society in Busia County. Ivy?
Okay. When this program was initiated by the British High Commission, the UK government, through Kictanet and the county governments and the downstream partners, I saw the advertisement on the government websites. For example, in Busia, we have a group called Bunge la Busia. I saw the advertisement of these that they are recruiting youths to train the communities. I applied the job, and I was chosen. And I was trained 12 modules. I was trained 12 modules, but I decided to take 6 of them, which were basic, to train the community. And those basic units that I trained the community were using mobile phones, the internet, basic apps, accessing government services, safety online, and basic security, and the mental health. After I finished the training, now I was contracted by the downstream partner, which was Akukuranut Development Trust, which is in Busia. And I managed to, I managed to go to the field now, and I trained over 400 citizens, who among them were the youths, women, and people living with disabilities. Because I feel that these people are the most vulnerable people in our communities. Okay, now having been interacting closely with my community, I realized some of the immediate effects that this program had brought to them, and I would like to share with you some of these benefits, and as well as a few challenges. Maybe I'll just start by the benefits or the impact of this program to my community.
Ivy, maybe you could start with the benefits. Later you come to the challenges. Thank you.
Okay. One of the positive benefits or the impact that I saw in my community was digital empowerment. Citizens are now able to browse through the internet using smartphones. Because in our community, if you go to those rural areas, there are some people even, they don't know how to hold these smartphones. And some of them are scared. So when you train them on how to use them, for example, there was a mama there was a mama who had never even touched a smartphone. Most of them, they use these features phone, the Bilikamwizi one. So when I went there and I managed to train her, though she was scared, because she feels like these smartphones, they are not meant for them. They feel like these digital devices are for the foreign people. So I managed to show her how to, I started with the basic thing, helping her how to turn on and switching off of that device, of the smartphone. Then I showed her how to take pictures, make phone calls, and interact with people through that smartphone. Another positive impact was economic opportunities. Small business owners. There was another mama who was having a stall where she was selling the fresh products from her farm. Before this program, she was not able to use, or she did not know how to market her business online, and she said that she used to sell like 50 to 100 shillings a day. But after training her and after training her and helping her how to use these online apps like the WhatsApp and the Facebook to sell and market her products, she was now able to interact with other people from different or the nearest towns, and she was able to market her products. After 3 weeks, I went back to her, and she was very happy because now, from earning 50 to 100 shillings a day, she was earning 500 to 1,000 a day. Another positive impact is it improved communication. Families are now able to communicate with their relatives, friends through these apps like the WhatsApp. Most families there in the rural areas, they have children maybe outside the country. Now they use this platform like the WhatsApp to communicate with them, video calling, Yeah.
Thank you, Ivy. She has a wrist now, all courtesy of the UK DAB program in the community, strengthening the communities. Now, we are not leaving anybody behind when it comes to the training. We also have a CDC, who is a person with disability, Now, I want to congratulate him. He's the first person who managed to sit for the assessment offered by the ICT Authority. He is from Busia. He managed to undertake the assessment. That tells you that even the persons with disability, they can do it, they can be trained, and they can make a change in the community. Now, over to to give us the story, the journey of what he's gone through. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity, and also for inviting me to come and talk about my journey and the experiences of the Busia County deaf people, and as a community digital champion. What I did personally, I saw the advertisement on the internet, and I decided to apply. I think I spent like around 3 days applying for the training. Later, I got an invitation to be trained by Science Media Kenya Limited, and I thought it would be good enough for me to also empower other deaf people. So I also invited the deaf people to come for the training, and I did the mobilization, and we were trained around 50 deaf people in Busia County. And through this training, we have been able to learn how to use the eCitizen. I can renew my driving license through the eCitizen. I know how issues to do with mental health. I know things to do. We were trained about mental health. We were also trained on how to use the Assist All mobile app, which has been really assisting us in the healthcare facility. You know, most of the deaf people, in our county, especially the deaf, they do not have access to information. So this app really assisted us in getting healthcare services in the county and referral hospitals. Thank you.
A better clap for Ree. He missed a chance to say that he was the very first CDC under the persons with disability, deaf, to get the certification.
Yes.
So a clap for him once more. So that tells you that we are including everyone. There is no one left behind. Now back to the community. Now once the CDCs, the community digital champions, are trained, they go back to the community where they came from, and they were able to train different categories of citizens, ranging from the mamambogas, boda drivers, the taxi drivers, name them, pastors. But we decided to pick 2 persons with disability to showcase the achievement of the program under the UK DAP program. Now we have the first one. You're going to ask Nasra, not Nasra, Asha, to explain what she was taught about, how the journey was, and what achievement she has gotten out of the training that she was given by the community digital champions. Over to you, Asha.
Yeah, as you have heard, my name is Asha Kassim. Personally, I'm from Mandera County, and I'm happy to be here. And I'm happy also to have gone through the community digital champion training. In Mandera County, we got the training through Science Media Kenya Limited, and we were trained about how to communicate through the mobile apps, how to use the mobile app, how to also do marketing through the apps like YouTube, TikTok, and WhatsApp. Because most of the time, some of us in business, you find we don't know how to market our products, and through the digital training, it really assisted us to know how to do the marketing and how to make good sales and earn a profit from this. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Kindly appreciate Asha. That shows that it doesn't matter the race, where you come from, the community, gender. We are reaching everyone. Remember, the clarion call is 20 million citizens, reaching the 20 million citizens. Now, briefly, Grace will also reiterate the key challenges that she has experienced having been trained. Now, Grace, I've skipped you in terms of what you achieved, because when you are introducing yourself, you gave us quite an impressive history and what you have achieved. So we'd want to start off with you, Grace, from Busia, in regards to the key challenges that you experienced, and now that the program has been done, are you in a position to progress? That is in terms of, can you do something else? Can you continue? Yeah, while you are seated, it's fine. Thank you. Over to you, Grace.
Okay. Now, as a visually challenged person, the challenges are many. Number one, when we talk about digital awareness to our people in Busia County, majority of them still, let me say they are illiterate. Why am I saying that they are illiterate? Most of them reached grade 8 or class 8, and therefore they need a longer time for them to be trained. Also, on my side, as much as I embrace the digital awareness, or the digital skills. At school, computers are few. And let me just talk, we only have one. So accessing some activities on computer becomes a problem. As much as I use my smartphone to go through some of the activities, it becomes difficult. For example, when you want to go to the Excel, there are many learners, and therefore you need at least either a computer or a laptop to help you manage the learners' activities. Also, another challenge that they face, most of the people with visual impairment have the katululus, let me call it that way. And therefore, accessing some of the programs, some of the media platforms becomes a problem. They have got a lot of talents, and now how to get through their talents on social media becomes a problem, and most of them come from poor families. And also, when we talk about some of the challenges, we have, as much as they have been taught on digital literacy, what they need is a lot of time. And also we need computer labs. The computer labs, I'm not now talking of only the Busia County. I'm talking to the country as a whole. Because when we have the computer labs in our areas, in our sub-counties, it is going to be easier for people living with disabilities to embrace what they have learned. Because if we just sit like that, as much as we were taught, and we don't put what we've learned in practice, it is going to be in vain. That is the biggest problem that we have. Accessing, moving from one place to another. We don't stay at one place. We stay at different places. Now the distance the distance maybe to some is far to reach where the computers are. And if we get the computers in our sub-counties put at a certain point, it will become easier for people with disabilities, especially the visually impairment people, to reach the area where the computers are and do their things. And also, if it is possible, majority of them, through the organization, Kiktanet, I would wish that if they can help them get smartphones so that they cannot have problems in working out whatever they want, it will be good for them. That is what they really asked for. Because I told you that most of them come from poor families. And when they embrace this, it is going to really make them, even the cyber crimes and the security, they will be secure if they have their own smartphone or if they have their own computers. That is what I can talk about, the challenges that they are facing.
Thank you, Grace, for clearly stating the challenges. And I'm sure along the story, did you get to hear how she's trying to navigate through the challenges? Now I'm going to ask the master trainer who trained, and now that she's able to see the products, what's the key highlights of all the training that you're going to pick from this discussion? Now that you have the CDCs that you trained and the community members that were trained, the key highlights, briefly, Jacinta.
I'd say I'm melting just to get the feedback on the trainings, and that the trainings were really impactful, that they impacted, the people they were meant to impact. And when you hear the success stories, then you realize it was a well thought out curriculum by ICNANET. I'd say thank you very much for that. And again, also, maybe it's not the time, but a big thank you to the government of Kenya, a big thank you to the UK Aid, a big thank you to the British Commission, and of course the implementing partner for making this a success. You know, it's done the job it was meant to do. And one of the things I would say, or the highlights of the whole training was really, of course, the impact. And I would say when you're training and then you get to realize that the things we take for granted, and this is not just for the CDCs we were training, and it comes to even ourselves. You realize in our corporate setting, those ones in corporate, simple things like email writing. You know, at what point do you BCC someone? At what point do you CC someone? At what point do you know when you need to maybe change a subject? You know, you started an email, it was a request for quotation, and you've already moved, you've already won the contract, and you are at implementation, and the subject has not even changed, you know. So I would say that there was a lot of learning, and then you realize that these things we take for granted, that we assume ni kawaida, tunaandika email. How do you communicate? You know, online. There's one of, I think it was Honorable Rotich, you know, who spoke about blog. No, it wasn't Rotich, but one of the speakers who came earlier, who spoke about, you know, bloggers and how we communicate online. You know, when you're taking the trainees through those trainings, and then, you know, the wanashtuka, you know, some of the things we say online, then they can you know, they can lead us to problems. You know, they have consequences. So for me, I would say that the whole program was also aligning to ourselves. We always say, when you learn, you teach. When you teach, you learn, or you get to understand more of what you're doing. So for me, it was, you know, a big, you know, a challenge for myself, and especially for the things that we take for granted. And again, just realizing that, you know, we've trained over 10,000 individuals. Is the market ready for us? Is the market ready for all these people who have been trained by ICNANET? You know, are we digitally, you know, ready for all these people? Statistics have shown that we have in Kenya, around 1.2 million Kenyans who are working in the, you know, digital space. So we've added some more people. Are the jobs available for us? You know, so I would say ICNANET, I'm really happy and excited, you know, for the things that these individuals are going to do, and looking forward to the rollout to the different counties, and, you know, just to see the impact it's going to bring to the whole country. Yeah.
Thank you, Jacinta. Yes. Behind the computers, as you train, you may not realize the magnitude of the training. You may not realize the impact that it takes to train one person, but usually say one person at a time, courtesy of the UK DAB program. Now, the rest, I'm told we have 5 minutes, but as you've heard, we can sit here the entire day to give the story. It's a transformative journey. It's a story from where we began, currently where we are. Now, as we close, I want to give each one of you 2 seconds, if possible, to give the future. How do you hope to continue? Don't sit and say that it is done. What do you hope to do in the future? I'll start off with Ivy. Ivy? There's a microphone right on your right-hand side.
These are the recommendations that I would like to be implemented in my community. One is bring internet and power closer to the people. Most of the people in rural areas, they have no electricity and or solar power or solar panels. Second, I would like make it easy for women and girls to join this program, or create a group like it is women-based, because women are the most vulnerable in the community, and most of them they're behind digitally. So if you come up with a group that has women, and the trainer, maybe the trainer facilitator is a woman, at least they are motivated and they can be able to embrace the digital age.
Thank you, Ivy. Now, as a community digital champion, you're telling us what the community, what the UK DAB, what the county should do. And you, as a community digital champion, what are you going to do to the community to progress the skills that you have learned? 1 second.
Okay. Even though the session ended, I still train or teach the communities, or even when I have a group of youth somewhere, I still extend my knowledge, because even though during those training, the time was very short, so you could not train all of them, all the topics that you know or what you wanted to share. So even in churches, I still extend my knowledge. In these groups, chamas, I still extend my...
Thank you, Ivy. Now go to, you didn't clap for her. She'll continue the training. Thank you. We are saying we are not stopping. We also continue empowering the communities where we come from. Now, briefly, are you going to continue? What's the recommendation? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. My recommendation is to have more trainings for the deaf community, because most of you know, deaf people do not get those opportunities. They are always left behind. So we need to get so many opportunities like this one to reach all the deaf people in Kenya. And also, we be granted job opportunities also, because most of the time we don't get those jobs. Thank you.
Thank you, Ree. And what are you going to contribute towards the community where you come from?
What I'm going to do, I'm going to work closely with the county government of Busia to see how we can mentor more people in the society. I'm also going to train them on what I learned and encourage them to start their own businesses, do marketing, and use their smartphones wisely.
Thank you. The community, Busia, you missed a chance to clap. Now, from Mandera County, you do want to ask, just a moment. Nasra really want to give the recommendation and what she's going to do. Let's give a chance to Asha to give us what is it that you're going to do to the community. Are you going to progress the trainings, or what's going to happen? Thank you.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to encourage them to take up the training, because as you all know, people from Mandera County, we are marginalized, and I'm going to tell them to forget about the challenges, the marginalization, and take up the opportunities, take up the space, and be on the decision-making table. Also, in Kenya, most of the deaf people do not have job opportunities. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to advocate for the deaf people in my county to get job opportunities, and also the county to employ sign language interpreters.
Thank you, Asha. We usually say, yes, the UK DAP program has done so much, then what's the county doing? What's the individual contribution also? Because everybody counts in this journey towards the 20 million. Now finally, and not the least, Nasra, tell us, what are you going to do to the Mandera County?
In Mandera County, we have a lot of problems, like the worst one is power shortage. When you want to train someone, their phones, they don't have power. So it will be difficult for them to train when their phones, the phones is switched off. So I have not reached so many of them. So what I will do is that I will support them, those who have still not reached, to teach them on how to use these digital skills. And there's a lot of them still who don't know how to call someone, how to use their mobile phone by maybe withdrawing M-Pesa. Due to that problem of power shortage, I was not got the opportunity to teach a lot. So what I will do, I will not stop there. I will go to everyone, even those who have trained them. I will go, because some of them, they don't have knowledge. They might forget what you taught them. So I will go to them, each and every one, see each day if they have forgotten or they still have, or they still can use the knowledge I give them. That's what I will going to do.
Thank you. Now that's bridging the gap in the community. Everybody counts. Now this brings us to the end of that. Now we have seen from the national trainers, master trainers, to the community digital champions, to the community members, and reaching out to each and every person in the community. Thank you. I was your moderator, Lynette Ringeera from ICT Authority, and we do appreciate your presence. Thank you.